Raanan is fat and he's a Jew. He'll tell you something that you already knew. Your favorite movie sucks. Your favorite movie sucks. American Beauty or Forrest Gump. Your favorite movie sucks.
I'm ready.
All right.
I got to keep it tight.
All right, let's keep it tight. Will you tell me when we got to go?
All right, I'll tell you.
We are back with another episode of Your Favorite Movie Sucks. We have the
What's the name?
Your Favorite Movie Sucks?
I thought this is Joe and Raanan.
No,
I thought we were bringing it back.
No,
Are you serious?
No. Yeah, Your Favorite Movie Sucks.
I thought this is the big return.
It's the same thing, but we got to. I'm not going to just add to your that podcast is dead. I'm moving on. I tried to have you do it. I begged you.
I know you live so far, but we hate podcasts. You hate podcasts. I hate podcasts. We hate podcasts.
I hate
it
them.
gives me an icky feeling.
But it's actually a nice way to see people, I realize. That's what I actually learned from
That's
it.
all
it's
you
like,
have. I wouldn't even know Mark's son's name. Neither would he. But that would make two of us. I only see him because of podcasts. I see Sam once every 3 years. I don't even know what he looks like.
I know. So that's, in this weird way, having to do podcasts, which is not really art, it's content, to do well, it somehow ironically allows you to have a personal connection you lost, like through the, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, just seeing people in comedy.
But it's not a real connect, because then you talk and you joke, and then people go, they make a video going, look at this guy, he's a piece of shit. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm being a silly goose.
Well, you got to explain what you're talking about. You can't just reference it.
Well, I don't want to just give people more whatever. But yeah, some guy made a video that I'm a piece of shit, cheating husband, asshole.
Is this the movie we're going to talk about today?
Yeah.
This is the movie like...
the 14-minute video about me being a scumbag, which is so funny. I mean, we shouldn't talk about it because it gives the people the fuel, but it is hilarious. The video's hilarious. You should watch it.
I'm excited to watch it. It's these people who fucking... He's getting trolled by a guy... You know,
well, they're getting trolled. I'm the troll.
Yeah.
And they're trolling back. They're responding to it.
Who's the troll? You're the troll? How are you the troll?
Because I'm being like, oh, man, this girl, it's crazy. And then they're like, look at this guy, he's cheating.
Oh, you're being a troll in the
video. They think they're trolling, but they've been trolled.
Right, because they don't realize you're being funny.
Nobody ever notices that I'm being funny.
So you're just being funny. It's like, you know, that's why I always explain, like, you know, because you get a little flirty with women, but it's an act, right?
What the fuck is this?
I don't know.
Well, people say that about me. Maybe I'm just a nice, charming guy. Sarah will have this. We'll go to like Starbucks, and I'm like, how do I say your name? I'm like, oh, that's beautiful. This guy, this is her first coffee. She's never had a cup of coffee. Like, a brownie. Oh, it's gonna go straight to my hips. And she's like, you're such a flirt. I'm like, why am I just a charming person?
I think nowadays talking to a woman that's not your wife is flirting. It's just
what's this, the 40s?
That's the way it is now. Unless you're just like, hello. Anything where you're like smiling is like flirting.
I'm a fun guy.
Well, I always think
it's just hilarious. There's an internet video where I'm like a cheating piece of shit, and it refers to me as bringing young women on the road.
Yeah, about Karen.
We're 12 months apart.
Karen's like 85. She's the oldest woman I know. That's crazy.
And we did 2 gigs together. My wife was on both of them.
Yeah, it's like the idea that you're...
And also, can I just let
honestly, if you were fucking her, you'd be a hero.
Can I let people in on a secret? The guys that are cheating on their wives, not that I know any.
Oh, God. I got coffee.
They're not... Don't say, oh, God, when I say guys that are cheating on their wives.
Yeah.
They're not joking about fucking women.
That's a good point.
They're the ones that are like, oh, I don't know anything about that. I've never seen anything like that.
Unless that would be, I'm not to say that, but that would be a good ploy to do the jokes.
Shut up.
I'll actually do it. But yes.
No.
But yes,
That'd
normally.
be a terrible ploy.
Normally.
The worst ploy I ever heard.
It's the guy who's not flirting is fucking, right? First of all, the only comic, like, it's mostly clean comics who are having affairs. That's what I think. You're not a clean comic.
Whoa. Easy.
I don't trust.
You just narrowed it down to 5 people.
I don't trust clean comics. I don't trust them.
Steve Rogers is a big bag of shit.
But
you don't trust clean comics. That's true.
I don't trust them because what are you doing? Except for Regan, I guess I trust.
Yeah, why not?
But like the other people, I'm like, you're just like, it's an act. You know what I mean? It's like when comedians are too slow, soft spoken. You know what I mean? I'm like, what are you? That's an act.
But Vider's soft spoken, and he's hilarious.
He is very funny.
Do you see his Seinfeld bit?
No.
Oh, it's so funny. He's does a whole bit about he's doing a show and he had someone yell out "Free Palestine," but they yell it out with 10 minutes left in the show. He's like, if anything, this speaks to how great Seinfeld is. The whole time they're like, should we do it now? And he's like, no, I want to hear how this bit goes.
I heard that bit the other day.
He's like, also really he gave $5,000. The guy's a billionaire. He's like, if anyone should be yelling out, it's the Jews. They should be like, hey, you cheap fucking Jew. Whose side are you on?
It is really funny that they yell "Free Palestine" to Jerry Seinfeld. It's like he cannot free Palestine.
Well, all these people. I had it the other day, too.
He is not in the position to free Palestine. It's just a weird thing that you're yelling in order to someone who can't do anything.
Well, it's like my genocide thing. Like, enjoy your cup of genocide. Like, I'm like, Netanyahu.
It's like I was like,
got to stop
Joe,
now.
Free the Uyghurs from China. Joe, when are you going to free the Uyghurs from China? It's like you're not involved.
Uyghurs?
Uyghurs?
I think it's Uyghur. Uyghurs is an old term that's not appropriate of white people pretending to be
originally,
black.
I thought that's what they were putting in concentration camps. I was like, that's not a bad idea.
I like it. Hold on, let me just wrap up the
video.
Just wrap it up. Okay.
The good is daily. Good.
I just had the close the loop, as they say.
Well, you can't not bring it up if it's on your mind. That's what makes you authentic. You know what I mean?
I'm a very authentic boy.
Like if you're attracted to someone, you can't not bring it up. You know?
Yeah. Anyways, did I tell you I saw my ex at? That was a joke.
Oh yeah. But we gotta talk about movies. We can't just fuck around talking about.
This should be the show.
This should be the show. This
Joe and Raanan talk. Remember we
Joe
had that
and Raanan
idea.
talk. Yeah. Your idea to just make it less and less
criticizing.
involvement.
No. It's I don't want to be criticizing film.
It's true. Yeah,
By the way, I'm trying to manifest a movie career, right? So I've been thinking about it. I close my eyes. I think about being on a movie. I imagine myself on set. I get a text the other day from a comedian. I'll tell you who after. He goes, "Hey man, we got funding. We're shooting this film next year. We have a part for you."
Oh wow!
So it manifested.
It's weird that people tell you to manifest. Wouldn't it be better to do actions in that time to make it happen?
Well, you manifest in the morning and at night,
and then you
bathtub.
do the action in the middle. Yeah, I mean, I guess it helps to like. You definitely want the dream to feel believable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's I think I did a little of that the other day. I was at the Beacon with you.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, what if I was performing here? You know what I mean?
That helps. That's good.
It just made it feel real. I'm like, God, that would be. And then to make the real key to manifesting is to imagine you not being happy with the thing happening. Then it feels really real.
Right.
Like I imagine being at the Beacon and being like, but they didn't sell out the back row, and
Right.
I was nervous. I imagine the dream not living up to it, and then it feels very real.
Right.
So they don't say that part of manifesting.
Well, I think they do, kind of.
Do they?
Yeah. Well, you got to read this book, Mind Magic.
It's
Fantastic.
It's a hilarious name for a book.
Well, don't go kicking me in the asshole. This is a real.
You believe in this shit?
You don't know what I'm talking about. I haven't told you about the book.
Okay, tell me about
First
the
of all,
book.
he's a real
Magician.
neuroscientist.
He's a real magician.
No. It's a deeper meaning.
Okay,
this
yeah.
guy, James Doty. You ever hear of him? Dottie,
No.
Doty?
Dottie? His name's Dottie?
D-O-T-Y.
Okay, yeah.
He's a brilliant man.
Okay.
But this is not The Secret. You're thinking of The Secret.
Yeah.
Which is bullshit. And he goes on a half-hour rant about how dumb that is.
Yeah.
But the thing about manifestation, you are already manifesting. Like everything in your life, you have manifested yourself. You have created it.
Created it. Manifested in reality, not in your head. Yes.
Yes, because... And he uses some great examples. For example, like, you ever been at a party or
No. No, I haven't.
Don't you think,
Don't get invited to
it
that.
would hit so much harder if you didn't explode into laughter at your own bit? Wouldn't it be a more meaningful joke?
I can't do that. You're good at that. You're good at like the never laughing. I can't do that.
Yeah, it's called... what do you call
Deadpan?
that? Deadpan.
I know.
Which, by the way, I'm too deadpan. I think I'm the most
That's why
misunderstood.
you're in trouble.
I
That's
know.
why you're in hot water.
I actually think I'm the most misunderstood comedian. People, everything I say is taken literally because I'm a good.
Yep.
I mean, like, there's so many people that are like, he thinks this, he's afraid of this, he's a big pussy, he's this and that. I'm like, I'm joking.
Yeah. You were so convincing as an idiot in the Picasso bit, people thought you were an idiot.
They think I'm a retard. And then, like, Norman's cat, they're like, he's afraid of a cat. You got to see it. I'm like, I'm not afraid of a cat. It's a gag.
Yeah.
It's a fucking joke.
Well, that's the punishment. The better you are at comedy, the more people think you're just talking up there, and then they like if you're really good at comedy, people will literally respond, like heckle you because they think you're just talking directly to them. That's how
Right.
good you are at comedy. They're
Well-
like, no, I haven't been there. Like,
I got it a lot with, because I had a whole bit of my new special about how it's easy to give birth and how it's bullshit and labor. But people are like, no. And I'm like, no, I'm joking. It's a fucking joke, you fucking idiot.
do you really think it's bad when I laugh after jokes? I mean, I know that's a bad thing, but like, is that like what's keeping me back? Well, I don't laugh too much at
There's more than that. It's looks and weight and.
I can't say I'm like Bert Kreischer. He does that.
Yeah, he does it.
It's not good.
I mean, he's very successful.
Yeah. It's weird to know that what's keeping me back is that I don't take my shirt off enough. That's a weird.
But I don't think Bert does it at his own jokes. I think he laughs hard at other people's stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah,
I think somebody else does something and he gives.
Yeah,
He's
he doesn't really tell jokes. Yeah, but
that is not. I know I can't be part of that.
All right. Anyway, let's talk about movies.
Wait, hold on. I was done manifesting.
Okay, yeah.
Tell you what the manifest.
Right.
So the party, and then you went off with the big laugh. When you're at a party, you hang, and you hear someone say Raanan. All of a sudden, you don't hear anything they're saying. You have no idea what the conversation is. But when someone says your name, you stop and go, "Hold on, someone just said my name."
Right.
And the reason is because that's so deeply planted in your head.
That's someone calling your name.
Yes, your own name. And it happens a lot, too.
Oh,
It's
interesting.
Like,
So
once you've heard of a play or a book or a movie, you can't start hearing it everywhere.
Exactly. That's a great point. Like, whenever you, learn, a word, suddenly that word's everywhere. Like, you never knew that word before. It's everywhere.
Exactly. So that's an example. So that's what you have to do with your goals. Is you plant these things in the Beacon Theater. So then you start naturally, subconsciously doing more actions to get you to that place.
So really the brain, when you go to a party, the brain is hearing all this other stuff. It's just rejecting it.
Exactly.
It's literally going, the brain is literally like, unless my name gets involved, this is all just fucking peanuts gibberish.
Right, exactly.
Raanan. So you really are taking the other words in, you just don't realize it. That's the subconscious, I guess, right?
Yes, it's the subconscious. And another example of this is the brain. This is a fascinating thing about neurology, is the brain doesn't recognize the difference between things that you're thinking and things that are actually happening. That's why you can have a panic attack or so much anxiety. Even though you're sitting on your couch watching, whatever the fuck, Vertigo.
Yeah.
Your heart's racing and you're sweating
yeah.
because your brain is like, oh my God, we're in a show where I'm bombing. Your brain can't differentiate, and that's why placebo works too. Like there are people that have gotten better because they're taking a sugar pill.
The mind creates
So you can do that. You can use that for positive.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing that magic isn't real, but because we're delusional, it can actually help us believing in certain things.
Right.
But so when my girlfriend says I don't listen a lot, so I guess what's happening is when she's talking, I'm waiting for my name to be said or something
that you care about.
And often it's like, Raanan, are you listening? And that's when I finally hear it,
Yeah. Well, you're a person that does not care about anybody else. And that's okay.
I'm laughing. I'm giving.
Yeah, you give. Well, I'm a genius.
Let's talk about a movie. Let's talk.
Okay, let's talk. I got to go in 10 minutes.
No, let's talk about Bloodlines. Because we both saw it.
Wait, you told me we're talking about Final Destination.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Final Destination Bloodlines.
Oh, I didn't know
what the
it was
fuck
called
do you
Bloodlines.
think? What do you think Bloodlines was?
I got it confused with the other. What's the black people movie that everyone loves?
Get Out?
No, the new one, you asshole.
Sinners.
Bloodlines and Sinners. Did you see Sinners?
Yeah, let's talk about Sinners and Final Destination.
Sure, I can't remember either one of them. Really.
Well, Sinners, let's talk about Sinners first, and then we'll talk about Final Destination. Sinners, I loved, but I'll be honest, I was worried you wouldn't like it. You're very quick to say it's like diversity or whatever. I don't know.
Well, you're one of these guys that's taking me serious. I like diversity.
I know,
I love
but
blacks.
Yeah, but
and homos.
So, but Sinners is not annoying or preachy at all.
That's how I felt. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I am very aware and conscious of the fucking kill whitey.
Yeah, yeah.
Bad,
it didn't have
black
any of that.
Good. That's how I felt. I didn't think that at all. I thought it was just black people living a life.
And if anything, yeah, exactly. And if anything, intelligently, the one really bad white guy is like the KKK guy who's barely in the movie, which is a smart idea to not have that guy be in the movie,
Right. And it is also 1930 down south black people. So it's like you can't be like, oh, this movie's all about kill whitey. I'm like,
and yet it still is so not preachy. That's what's so amazing. It has none of those annoying qualities of certain preachy things. It's just and it's so much about joy. It's so much about the joy of living, even in the music that comes from oppression. I was watching it. I don't know what it's all about, but I was watching it going, this is awesome.
You don't know what it's all about?
I mean, I don't, I wonder what it's all about or some of the ideas in it. You know?
Right. You want a deeper look.
Well, the question. Well, we're so used to these horror movies that are.
Is it a horror movie?
No, it's like a genre bender. I mean, the funny thing is, the one of the movies that's so influenced by is From Dusk Till Dawn. Do you remember From Dusk Till Dawn?
No, it's influenced by Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember Dusk Till Dawn.
It kind of it's the same template. The one night fighting the vampires outside.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I recently watched From Dusk Till Dawn. Now that you know Quentin Tarantino has a foot fetish, it's crazy.
But he didn't direct that one.
I know, but he wrote in it for Salma Hayek's foot to go in his mouth.
That's a good point. Did he know he was going to be cast?
I think so. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Yeah, I guess
he
so.
wrote. He's like writing, and there's another part where he's looking at what's her Juliette Lewis, and he's looking at her dirty feet because he always loves them dirty. But yeah, he wrote Salma Hayek. It's like crazy. It's like if you like pegging and you wrote like for Karen to peg you in a movie.
Wait, so you don't like my idea called Shoe in the Ass, written and directed by Joe Liz?
It's just
High Heel in the Ass, the new comedy by Joe Liz.
But I guess at that point it was From Dusk Till Dawn. He didn't know that people would know about the foot fetish, so it was like a secret. You know what I mean?
Right.
But now he's just. I guess he didn't know how many movies he was going to make. Now we're like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, more power to you. If you want a foot in your mouth and you can get a hot woman to put her foot in your mouth.
Is that just a reward of getting to write a movie? Like you just get to put that in?
I think so. Well, they can say no.
Yeah.
Well, we're writing a sex comedy currently.
That's true.
And you're by the way,
But I'm not like
you're insisting that we play the parts.
I'm also insisting we put my fetishes in the movie. But I'm like wanting to make fun of my like sexual things. I'm not like,
Well, he's making fun of his feet. I'm literally like, no, we can't be in this movie. We're married men. You're like, it only works if it's us. So
I don't know. You think Salma Hayek, when she found out about the foot fetish, she was like, ugh, I just thought, like, I didn't realize I was being orchestrated in this.
I don't think so. I think if you're willing to, first of all, if you're willing to put your foot in someone's mouth, it doesn't matter if they're really into it or not into it.
It's funny that's a phrase, too, but for like a foot fetish guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's like,
Your foot in your mouth.
you put your foot in the mouth. The foot fetish guy was like, don't make me hard now, you know?
Well, foot fetish is the weird. I did a bit about this a long time ago. That it's like foot fetish for some reason is the most shamed fetish. Even now in 2025, if you're like, I'm into feet, people are like, oh my God, that's crazy. They shit on you and do a whole thing. Like pegging
And yet you're
is
into
more
assholes.
accepted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feet are somehow grosser than an asshole. I don't know why. I mean,
I don't think so.
well, here's the thing. Feet are like stepping on everything. An asshole shit comes out, but it's fairly contained from the world. You know
But
what I mean?
feet, if you have a sock and a shoe on, you're not walking around barefoot all day.
I just find feet gross. I don't know. They're just gross.
I don't find them gross. I'm sort of agnostic with feet. I can be into a feet. I can take it or leave it. I think a big foot on a woman is gross. I think male feet are bad, but like a petite foot with an arch, I can see the attraction.
Yeah, but
Particularly with a pedicure, the whole thing.
I think a foot fetish. I think fetishes are weird to people when they don't fully make sense. Like if like a guy just watches a woman asleep at night all night and that's his thing, that's weird. It's almost like fucking her would be worse, but I get it. You know what I mean?
Wait, you lost me a little bit here. So you're talking about rape? You understand rape?
No, I'm just saying, like
Watching. Well, first of all, no one's just watching strange women sleep, are they?
yeah, that's a thing. I'm sure that's a thing. Or like
Maybe a little bit, I guess, on like the train.
So
or
a
something.
guy just like looking at a high heel shoe and then just I don't know, like putting his dick in it. It's just like doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I'm into shoes, but
I'm
I'm
not
not putting
shaming,
I'm not putting my dick.
I'm
in
not
it.
shaming foot fetish, you know. Obviously not. I really want to go back to that rape thing. I was not condoning it. I was saying I understand it, but it's
But I
evil.
understand.
But that joke, by the way, just not really hold up very well.
What
About OJ?
He shouldn't have killed her, but I understand.
Yeah.
What do you mean it doesn't hold up? It holds up great.
No, it doesn't. He's a psychopathic killer who killed her for, I don't know. He's just like saying...
But you're taking it serious. You're one of these people.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
That's what makes it so funny. He chopped her head off because a guy brought her glasses, and he's like, I understand. That's the joke.
I think... I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I think at the time, though, I think, like... I don't know. Just like that's the thing. I don't think we thought of like. Do we really like now? We've just like know her head was barely hanging on, and I don't know.
Well, that shouldn't. That's what ruins comedy. Of like, well,
I guess you're
actually,
right.
I guess
What about the black versus N-word?
It's like if
bit?
I said the Seinfeld bit, and you're like, I don't understand though. But like, kids are dying. Like they're dying in fire. How could you make a
I guess
joke?
you're right. I
What's
guess
the
you're right.
difference?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I
Thank
suck.
you. You blew it. It's a great joke. If you make 30,000, your wife wants 15, you might have to kill her.
You might have
It's
to kill the
hilarious.
bitch. I guess you're right. Well, what about? Okay, let me ask you this: what about all the Bill Clinton jokes back in the day? Like his jokes were literally like, "You can't give a woman a job recommendation or whatever." I mean, I guess they're really funny, but we do know like like we didn't at the time. Like now we do see it as like the highest level of sexual harassment that there can be. It's the most powerful person in the world, like asking, putting a woman.
Well, I definitely feel bad for what Monica Lewinsky.
Do you think that hurts the
went
joke
through.
at all? Like, his Bill Clinton jokes? You can't give a woman a job recommendation or whatever.
I don't know. I mean, Chappelle's Lewinsky jokes are the best ones. It's like that's how that's fame.
Well,
And
but
you
that's not
blow someone and now they're famous.
Yeah, but that's not promoting it. You know what I mean? That's just a good
I
joke.
guess so.
His joke kind of does like, I mean, I know he's joking, I guess, but he is kind of seriously saying he did nothing wrong. I mean, there's a
Well,
lot
it's
of
hard. Any joke about a specific person is hard to me. Like, that's why I try not to be like, fucking Tom Peterson did such and such.
Really? Oh, God, I'm so topical. Is it bad?
I don't know. Well, you're trashing Joe Rogan left and right. I mean,
Is that bad? I don't. He helped elect Donald Trump. Fuck him.
I suppose.
Right? Am I wrong about that?
Well, I mean, it's not that you're wrong, but you might see the man.
I'll yell at him if I fucking see him. I don't give a shit. That's the thing.
I would love if Joe Rogan just beat the shit out of you. Just fucking stomped your face in.
But that's the thing. It's like It's not like a friend of ours who like. There's some people who've made fun of comedians, and then the comedian sees them and they like apologize. It's awkward.
Yeah.
I think he's a danger to society. And first of all, I'm not even like, I'm just, did you see my recent clip about him?
No, I think Luke told me, but we had a little power.
Yeah, Luke thinks I'm like all,
Well, he said Luke told a funny story because you texted and you're like, should I post this? And then he's a bad texter,
he's
Luke.
bad texter.
And he texted you back like 8 hours later and he's like, no, you can't post this. And you're like, it has 450 likes. You'd already done it.
Well, it took too long to get back to me.
He does. He does take too long. I asked him to do comedy. Denver Comedy Works, the best club in the world. It took me like 5 days. I had to follow up and be like, do you want to do this gig or
Bad
not?
texter, and we're talking about Luke Modes here. Bad texter, but also if you like don't respond in a minute, he like puts a question mark. Maybe not to you, but to me, he's like, what the fuck are you? Like it's like he doesn't. He's bad both ways. But
Right.
But do you think the Rogan thing is bad? Because to me, it's just like here's my real thought about it. I'm not like, I'm like, if I have a funny joke about him, I'll say it because, first of all, he's more than just a comedian. He is a big part of the MAGA movement. And the idea of that comedians can't make fun of him because he's a comedian, to me, that's pussy bullshit.
Yeah, it's hard for me. I mean, I'm like such an old school guy that's just like, so many people are trashing us and coming after us and
I
shitting
know.
on us. It's weird when comics shit on other comics, but I understand also you're not wrong in that he's much bigger than just a stand-up comic. I get it.
Yeah, and I just think like you do want to speak truth to power. I mean, you don't
He's
have
very
to.
powerful.
You don't have to, but like that is one way of doing comedy that I like. And like, can I tell you what did it? Honestly,
Sure.
because people call me a hypocrite now. They're like, you did a show, you got the publicity, and now you're trashing him. I'm like, first of all, I got like 300 followers, but either way,
Pretty good.
it's pretty good. But either way,
So I
like,
was just talking to somebody, I won't say their name, but they were like, yeah, I did this and this, but I only got 15,000 followers out of it. And I'm like, 15,000 followers?
now that's great.
That's a stadium. That's a fucking Madison Square Garden of followers.
Fuck it. And that kind of ingratitude probably will make them really successful, but
Yeah,
never
maybe.
happy. So what did it for me is when Elon Musk defunded USAID.
Yes.
I thought that was the worst thing. One of the worst things that's happened.
Now, is it USAID or is it USAID? What does it stand for?
I think it's USAID.
I don't think it's United States Aid. Is it?
USAID? USAID? I
Yeah.
don't know.
I think it's.
I guess I should know how to pronounce it if I'm gonna destroy my career.
Oh boy, you gotta read this text.
What? Right now? What?
All right, I'll show you later. But that's funny.
When we had the richest person in the world taking food from like the poorest people, I was like, that is one of the most evil things. And I know we live in a world of nihilist comedians just saying, well, this is evil too. No, that was just so fucked up. And then Joe had him on the podcast and was basically just a mouthpiece for his lies about why he did that. And I'm like, at that point, I'm like, fuck you.
Right.
Fuck you. I'm not going to not make fun of you because you used to be a comedian.
He's still a comedian.
He's still a comedian. He used to be, but like, fuck you, right? Am I wrong?
No, it's all a choice. You're not wrong.
It's a choice, but accepted choice.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to accept? That he's going to beat me up? He's not going to beat me up.
He's not going to beat you up, but, you could burn bridges. You're not going to be working Mothership. You're not going to do the show. And then other people might be like, what's up with this guy? You can't trust this guy. What the fuck? But I understand. It's a weird situation because I come from I just have this fucking Boston Union attitude of like, you don't, even though there's not a union.
I'm Serpico.
But I'm like, you don't, you're a whistleblower. You're the only ones making fun of Joe Rogan.
But do you
very hard to find any comedian faction where they're making
obviously
fun
have
of Joe Rogan.
like I'm sure not that I'm on anyone's radar, but I'm sure like Ari Shaffir, if he knew, would probably hate me, or
he does hate
Does
it.
he hate me?
Well, I defended you to Ari because Ari was like, what the fuck's wrong with this piece of shit? He's an idiot.
Wait, he said that?
Yeah. But I was like, what are you talking about? You made fun of Chris Rock.
What about the Jew union? What about that union? That's not a union?
Union.
What about that union?
No, he didn't say you're a piece of shit, but we were talking about
Was he upset about it?
No, he's not. Ari doesn't get upset.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. Like, that whole group is like, well, you should make fun of whatever you want. You know what I mean? Like,
right. No, that's the other thing. That's the weird thing. Comedy's in a bad
It's in a bad place.
It's very big. It's very huge. I mean, these videos where they're talking about comics have more videos than
more views,
any of your specials.
I know.
It's crazy. There's just a video about how I'm a fucking womanizing piece of shit. Of all the guys.
Of all the guys, yeah. It is the ultimate...
It almost feels good. I'm like, yeah, all right. People think I'm fucking.
This is just going to be a Patreon. We're not even talking about movies. Is this okay that's a Patreon? They'll kill me if I put this on the Patreon, but I might have to.
I'll kill you if you put it on Patreon. What are you, nuts?
We haven't talked about movies, though. It's just Joe and Raanan
They
talk.
like this.
They like this? All right.
I'll put it on my YouTube. It'll blow your podcast
YouTube.
up.
This is, by the way, I never knew... When I had it on, I never knew you make some YouTube money from this.
Big money. Huge.
Why were we divvying that up?
You told me not. You've literally said you take the money. You literally said that to me. Yes.
Yeah.
It's, by the way, it's probably like $80. And you said it to me because you were getting a bigger cut of the Patreon.
Oh, okay. I forgot that part.
Yeah. What the fuck? I was doing you the favor.
Yeah, you're right.
Jesus.
You're right. Well, now I'm making big YouTube money.
Are you?
No, but I'm making some. Good for me,
All
you
right.
know? From the ads.
But no, we'll talk movies.
From the Trump.
But this is better than movies.
I've also posted videos where there's like an ad for Trump. Isn't that hilarious? Like, it'll be like a clip making fun of Trump, and they'll just go to an ad for Trump.
By the way, this is going to do so much better. Nobody saw Final Destination or Sinners. People saw Sinners. We like Sinners. There you go. Boom. It's a good movie. But yes, you're making it's a tough choice to be made. I understand what you're talking about. I get it.
I think about it a lot, by the way. I'm not one of these impulsive fucks. You know what I mean? I think about it. But, like, I guess I do think, like, I also, like, one of my favorite comedians is Stuart Lee.
Yeah, he's your Mount Rushmore, Stuart Lee.
And he does, I mean, I think he makes fun of everyone, like, too much. Like, he is like the opposite of the comics code. I mean, I love it, but I could see him be awkward if he ever gets, goes to a comedy party. But, like, there is this, like, I do, like, I don't know, it's all corny. But, like, I do think, like, if you help, I guess it comes down to this. Like, I don't think you should make fun of other comedians unless they help a sociopath get elected that destroys the world. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair way to break the thing, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess right now it's kind of like we're in this place where people have to decide. Like, some people say the problem is that we're all too divided, right? Mm-hmm. And they're like, well, we're too divided. We should stop shitting on people for who they voted for, and we should just realize we're all divided and come together. But I don't buy that. I think we're divided mainly because of one guy. I think he's doing the dividing. So I don't think the idea that you should, like, I'm not saying you should shit on people who like voted for Trump, but the idea that you can't pretend that he's not a huge danger to everything just to not hurt millions of people's feelings, I can't accept that.
Well, I think we feel similarly about Trump, obviously, but the idea that he's the one guy dividing is crazy.
Trump? He might not be the one guy, but he's...
Barack Obama was elected. I mean, people were like, this guy's a fucking Nazi.
But hey,
he was part of that.
That wasn't Obama dividing people. That was racists being divided.
But the point is we were divided.
Yes, you're right. There is a division.
It's not like there's one guy dividing all of us. Not to mention there's so much misinformation coming from all these different countries and bad actors that want us divided.
But I guess I think the biggest threat to our division is him. Like, I think if he's gone, there would still be division, but it would be taken down quite a few notches. Maybe not.
Yeah,
but I think he knows how to manipulate that division more than anyone.
I think the division is worse because of him for sure, but the idea that we're divided, I mean, social media has done way more to divide us. Yes. Even before Trump was really on the scene, 2012, 2013. I mean, there's all these studies that like Americans' idea of race relations in 2007 was great, better than it's ever been. In 2013, it became horrible.
Right.
Because of social media, because people pump. The algorithm is the problem.
The algorithm is
more than Trump is.
Well,
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they're both. I see Trump as like such a direct threat to our democracy, but obviously the algorithm. Yeah,
that's a different topic.
Yeah,
and the algorithm.
Well, that's a problem.
But also,
but you're right. The algorithm.
I'm doing some devil's advocate here, but like, there is also a threat of democracy from the left.
There is.
In that Bernie Sanders was completely silenced in 2016.
Well, that's a threat from the liberals, you mean, from the Democratic Party.
Yeah, and then Joe Biden, this Joe Biden stuff is a real bad look.
Well, yes, there is, but at the same time, and I know you're playing Devil's Avocado, but at the same, you know what that's from? You don't watch this sitcom, 30 Rock?
No.
Tracy Morgan. Devil's Avocado.
But I've heard of it. You said this sitcom, 30 Rock. I'm like, I am aware of it.
But like, yeah, obviously. I mean, you have people promoting people who kill people in America now. You have people being like, you have people saying like free Luigi, which is like, do you really want this country to be a country that condones terrorism? It's
awful. And people like I'm like close with were like, I fucking love it. And I'm like, what are you out of your mind?
It's also, here's how you know it's definitely like hypocritical too. It's like if you had a friend who did that, you would be devastated that friend did that. You'd be like, why would you throw your life away to do that?
Right.
So why are you treating someone? You're only able to treat someone else as a symbol because you don't know them personally.
Or if you had the friend that got shot.
Shot, exactly.
You'd be like, oh, bummer.
So it's like it's so dangerous to treat people as symbols. You forget they're human beings. And why or the guy who shot the couple? Not to get into it, but the guy who shot the couple at the Jewish event. It's like, why would you celebrate something you would never do because you know that it's bad?
Right.
You know, it's just the ultimate hypocrisy,
Yeah.
But anyway, we do
Final Destination.
We do have that problem, and we do have the problem of Biden. I will say though, like and this is where it gets icky because it's like there are major problems on the liberal side, but then it's impossible not to be blown up. Like, yes, the Biden thing was on some level a cover-up, but at the same time, they also thought he could handle the debate. So there was some self-deception on their part as well.
Right.
So I do think, like, even though I do think it's fucked up, it's not exactly it's not 100% the evil conspiracy people are saying. I think, maybe I'm just in denial, but they did let him go on the debate, so didn't they think, like, he would have handled himself?
I think
How do you explain that part?
I think they hoped, but I think they were like, it's going to be bad. I don't think they realized how bad. I mean, it was
they could have said no to the debate.
Who? His
Biden team? Yeah, Trump says no to debates.
I guess, but I think they did it purposefully very early because they're like, if this goes as bad as it could go, we'll have some time. Although I don't think time would have mattered, honestly.
I also don't think I
think that border really was not a good look.
No. But I also think Biden himself, it's hubris, but it's a human flaw, not a flaw of like a sociopath. Like it's more the fault of the people around him.
Right.
Like for
They
him,
should have shot him. I mean, they should have just shot him and thrown him in a fucking bag like Bin Laden.
Yeah.
Thrown him in the river and been like, oh, he had a heart attack.
it was a disaster. I wonder, like, if like maybe they tried to bring it up and he was like, no, I'm fine. And then it just got big. You know what I mean? Like a problem got bigger and bigger.
They probably tried to bring it up and he started talking about, fucking All Quiet on the Western Front. And they were like, all right, fuck it, just send him out there.
Yeah. No, but that is the problem. But once again, that wasn't Kamala. Like, people keep on saying that, like, as if this supports Trump being president.
Right.
Like, I just don't think, like, why should Kamala be the fault of that?
Why, are people blaming Kamala for that?
Well, I think people use that to kind of endorse, like, this is why we have Trump as president. We don't trust the Democrats, you know?
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, they were just never going to vote for the I think like 7,500 million people came in the country illegally.
But I guess the point I'm trying to make, and this is like a thing I've been having with stand-up lately, is like I used to always make fun of both sides, and I still do it to some degree, but I can't pretend they're ideologically the same anymore. I don't care if that makes me less funny. I don't think it does, but I just can't pretend like I just can't do it anymore. I do think there's so much more danger on the right, especially since they're in power. And you agree with me.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So fuck Joe Rogan.
I like Joe. And, he's very kind to me, and I like him. But I think I don't agree with his politics.
But you don't think I'm like insane for like making fun of him.
I
know.
think you're insane. I'm sitting in your fucking living room. My
yeah.
old living room that used to be decorated beautifully, and now it's just a shithole.
Well, let's talk a little at the end about Bloodlines.
Yeah! What time is it? I got to go soon. Oh, no, I got time.
We got time.
Final Destination.
Final Destination.
I seriously had no idea the word Bloodlines was in it.
Yeah, because it's all the bloodlines, you know?
No?
It's killing everyone within the bloodline of the grandma.
Oh, right.
So, had you seen any of them?
I saw part 1 in the theaters in the year 2000 when I was a senior in high school.
Do you remember the great Mike Kaplan joke about that?
Remind me.
It's a great joke. It's like him going like, I went to see Final Destination. It was horrible. The whole movie sucked. And then I woke up and I was sitting in my seat and the movie was just about to begin. I'm like, we got to get out of here. This movie's going to blow.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that great?
Funny. Yeah, that's a good joke. It's got a lot of great jokes.
Yeah.
Remember the one with the book?
Yeah, Abraham Lincoln or... No.
No, it was
Brad Pitt's
Pitt.
not in this yet.
It goes, a book comes out, then they make a movie of the book, then they re-release the book with the movie cover
Oh,
for
it's
the
Fight
cover
Club.
of the book.
It's like Brad
He's
Pitt's...
like, hey, Brad Pitt's in this book.
Well, it's fun, hilarious is when they...
Brad Pitt is in this book. That's one of my favorite jokes of all time.
What's hilarious, too, is they re-released that book that the movie Lincoln was based on, but the cover had Daniel Day-Lewis instead of Lincoln in, like, the biography
That's
of Lincoln.
That could be a bit.
That could be a bit. I think I tried to, but it didn't work. Anyway.
It's not great.
I'm no Mike Kaplan. I'm the same way. I saw the first one, didn't see any of the others, and then I saw this one.
Yeah,
and
I didn't see 2, 3, 4, or 5.
I think that's the best way to see a franchise, because what happens is if you watch them all, you'd see them slowly one-up each other.
Mm-hmm.
But if you skip them all, it just seems so crazy in the last one.
Right.
Like you haven't been conditioned to see it one-up itself slowly.
Right.
So you're just like, fucking wild. Like, I didn't know they kill kids in this and have pianos fall on kids and we all clap. Like, it was just crazy.
Well, it was fun. Well, here's the thing. I mean, first of all, and I don't want to be this guy, but, I have a child now, so it's very exhausting. At the end of the day, you don't want to watch anything where
the kid dies?
there's
You gonna be that person?
Can I just finish
Okay,
my point?
fine. Yeah.
You don't want to watch a thing with what do you call it? Subtitles and
Right.
a deeper meaning and what's this mean? Because your
Right.
brain is just fried.
Right.
So to finish with the baby, put him down, go over, get a big, huge popcorn, some M&Ms, and just watch like a building shake and people fall off of it. You're like, this is fantastic. And that opening sequence, which is
so
25
great.
minutes long,
So great.
the music is great, and the cracking, and I would have just watched that for 1 hour and a half.
It's so good. It's so good, and there's it's so like, but it's not just good. It's also like, I mean, not to say that there's a lot. The movie's obviously stupid.
Yes.
But there is an interesting thing that death is just so openly what the movie's about, and usually we're used to movies where when movies are so open about death. It's usually a deeper movie. Mm-hmm. So I call this movie, it's almost like retarded existentialism. It's like dumb, but also deals with like big issues, which makes it kind of interesting.
Yeah, I suppose so. I guess so. So how do you mean? Like, how does it...
Well, most horror movies, I guess, are somehow, in a way, helping us deal with the trauma of death by having it happen, but we know it's fake, but we kind of go through it. It's like healing. But this movie doesn't, it's not like, there is no thing representing death. It's just death. It's like literally the subtext. There's no Michael Myers representing death. It's
Right.
death itself. So it's very open about just everyone's inevitable death.
Right.
So it just kind of, and then the movie deals with the fear of dying in a crazy way. So it's just kind of like, I'm not saying it's necessarily the deepest movie, but there is something interesting where you're kind of dealing with, we're so afraid of bad shit happening all the time. You kind of deal with that through watching this in like a fun kind of way, It allows us to deal with our trauma. And instead of
I didn't see any of that. But
you didn't see, but
No.
not like escaping our trauma, but like kind of processing our trauma or dealing with it in a humorous way. You know
what I just thought of while you
Yeah.
were doing what saying
You
whatever.
don't think I'm
the fuck?
making any points here?
No, you're making points. I just too much. But
Fucking baby, really.
You know, what'd be fun is to do a Final Destination where someone dies just of like natural causes. Like
Yeah.
they just get cancer.
Well, that is what. Well, she does have cancer, but then
Like someone just gets like severe blood cancer.
Well, that
in
is the
advance,
question.
And then
What-
they're like, ah.
Well,
or they get like it's a drive-by shooting. And it's like a very like they just don't make a big deal of the death.
Yeah,
Like, someone
yeah.
just walks by and shoots them.
Well, that is an interesting thing because at the end, the grandmother Death is trying to kill her the whole time, but then she hides in that house with the spikes and ladders,
Which is
and-
hilarious.
and
It's like a
saws.
funny bit.
Yeah.
The bit is she's so afraid of death that she hides herself in a spiky, like booby-trapped Home
I
Alone
guess
house.
I just didn't know how to. I don't know, or maybe that kept Death like. Maybe the idea of it was like Death is going to kill her on the outside with all that shit, but she stays inside, like she's tricking him.
But doesn't it defeat the purpose of the movie? It's almost like a time travel movie where it gets too loopy. Like,
Yeah.
How does she keep beating Death? Wouldn't it find a way?
Well, that's the thing. It does. She has cancer. Remember?
Right.
She goes, Death finally called me. She had cancer. But then you're like, couldn't Death have just given all of them cancer? It's like, why is Death going through all this shit when
And
it
why
could just
does-
give them cancer?
And yeah, why can't it just spontaneously combust the house?
Yeah.
Why does it have to have like a nickel roll down, hit a faucet that turns on water that electrocutes the
I guess
bathtub and then whatever?
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. It seems like, here's what it is, I guess. It's almost like this. It actually kind of makes sense. He can only do one thing. Like, so he can only make one thing kind of move. So he has to set up this Rube Goldberg trap because he can only do like a little push. Maybe that's it. Like he can only like make a penny flow. So he has to set up this whole trap where a bowling ball
It's like
hits
Mousetrap. Remember that game?
Because that's the thing. Couldn't he just... it seems like he is confined to these Rube Goldberg traps.
What's Rube Goldberg?
He's the artist who did all these like crazy like designs to show how to like make food fall into like a... You never seen his stuff?
No.
I mean, it's like...
I forgot to look up USAID.
Well, we're cutting all that out.
Oh
so-
my God, we got to wrap up.
What, we
We're
gotta
never
wrap
cutting
up?
that out. We can't cut all that out.
We're just talking about the movie. Just give me one more hour.
I gotta go. I gotta go to Stavro. I gotta
gotta
go to
go
a
right
real
now?
podcast.
Oh, you fucking... Here, let me... How much time do you actually have?
2 minutes? 5
Really?
minutes? Yeah, United States Agency. Well, fuck, it went away.
This is like the Rube Goldberg thing.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Like Final Destination.
The United States Agency for International Development, USAID, I guess. Okay,
USA.
yeah.
It'd be crazy if people made you say AID when you can just say aid.
But I've heard people say USAID,
I think those are retards.
Agency for International Development. Yeah,
That'd be so annoying if you were like USA. No. Spell out each letter.
All right. I gotta go.
All right, well, let's at least just have a final thoughts. What is the stuff?
Thumbs up. But you can't cut the stuff. That was good
I'm not going
stuff.
to cut the stuff, but yeah. Well, I can't now. I thought we were going to talk for the Bloodline for a while. Then I could cut it, but now I can't.
No, this is great. This will be more interesting. This will be your best episode.
I'll put the first part on Patreon, 40 minutes, and the episode will be 2 minutes on Bloodline. But I did...
Let me put it on my YouTube too. It'll get some promotion for your show. That's what I did with Luke's. It blew up
For my show?
for the podcast.
All right, yeah, I'll do that.
That'd be good.
Okay, we'll do that. So this is to promote people watching my podcast. Your
Yes.
favorite movie sucks. Should I tell them what
Yes.
the premise
Your favorite
is?
movie sucks. Tell him about it. Yeah.
Your favorite movie sucks.
By the way, Luke hated it. He was pissed.
What about Inception?
Yeah.
He's a fucking bitch. He got like so angry.
He was angry. That's what I'm telling you. He's like, I hate him. I hate his show.
He was like, this is sabotage. You just watched a movie yesterday. I'm like, motherfucker, you could have rewatched it. Like,
Right. That's why I quit the
he
podcast.
started yelling at me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was very upset.
He's not good with confrontation.
No, he's great with confrontation.
You think so? I guess.
Oh, he
wants-
loves it.
At least cheating on your wife is cool.
You think rape's not cool?
What if you rape someone while married?
That's cheating. Come on, this is the best pod we've ever done. This is gold.
It is funny though, like you can't do things to make the cheating distract from the cheating. Like if I'm like a serial killer and I like rape and kill like children, and you find out I'm married, no one's gonna be like he's an adulteress.
Right,
Like
right.
so, you can't do things to overshadow the cheating part.
Right, that's not bad.
Like, no
Maybe I'll
one's-
go beat up a minority or something. People won't notice.
Ted Bundy's girlfriend was never like, he cheated on me so much, he was a cheater.
That's pretty funny.
I guess you gotta go all the way. God. All right. Anyway, so yeah, Bloodlines was great.
We loved it. Stop saying Final Destination.
Final Destination Aid. It's great. I loved it. I loved the fact that it's a family, so it's just like horrible grief that they're not dealing with in every moment. Mm-hmm. That's funny.
Oh, it's great. I mean, the whole sequence with the MRI machine was great.
What is that like a thing at all? I don't know. Like,
What do you
is
mean?
there reality to that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, is there like if you press the button, will it just?
I think if you turn it up, I mean, it's a magnet. I don't know. I imagine not.
Do they tell the technicians who are training, don't press that all the way up, or every metal thing in this hospital will rip to it? That part's amazing. The whole that tattoo parlor part where like that whole crazy thing happened in the tattoo parlor and you find out that wasn't even part of the death's curse.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was a great little twist.
It's
You
just
see
like
him,
shit
the next thing.
happens.
That guy reminded me so much of Ryan Long, by the way.
That's what I said.
I was
said
like
that in
blown
the-
away.
I said that in the theater. I turned to Jeff Sheen. I'm like, that's Ryan Long.
It was crazy, like dead on. They should have got it. Ryan Long should be upset.
It was so much like Ryan Long, like this fucking gay goth guy, you know?
It's not gay.
Or, you
Neither
know.
one of them are gay. The
Yeah, I guess
character
you're
or
right. Yeah,
Ryan.
not gay, but like
But you just can't not put your foot in your mouth. You're Tarantino.
Tarantino would love that.
It's amazing. Everything you do, someone's upset.
I'm not saying he's gay, but he's like effeminate. No,
Who? Ryan?
no, you're right.
He's not even
very
remotely
manly.
effeminate.
He's Canadian. That's something.
I mean, that's pretty gay, but
Pretty gay.
it's not even kind of effeminate. Where do you get off calling this like tattooed cool guy effeminate gay?
Isn't there something about
You're
being
gay.
Isn't goth? He's goth. Isn't the guy in the movie's goth? Isn't
Oh.
goth a little gay adjacent?
I don't think so. I think goth is like cool. I gotta take a shit.
Aren't you okay blowing a guy or something?
It's not gay thick. It's gothic.
Goth is gay.
I
Gay is goth.
mean, I don't think it's cool to put eyeliner and paint your
that's
fingernails.
what I'm talking about.
But
That.
you're an old soul. That's cool now.
That's
I'm gonna
cool?
shit my pants.
Oh my God! What do you think you are? This is not Tuesday News Stories. We're civilized here. This is a serious fucking.
Oh, that stinks.
This is how you're gonna end the podcast. You're trying to get the podcast to end
Ooh!
by farting.
That's terrible.
God damn it!
I used to live here. Oh my
All right,
god.
we should wrap up.
All right, I
Okay.
gotta go. I gotta go
All
to
right.
Stavros's.
All
I gotta
right,
get
you got
some
any
followers.
plugs?
Oh, do I? My special's coming out. When does
Oh,
this
it's
come out?
great. Yeah, this will come out next week.
My special's coming out next week.
Oh God. Oh God.
What?
What do you mean? What? Oh my God! You're lucky you don't. You're lucky movie don't carry the sense of smell.
Okay, so I think Friday it's coming out. Small Ball on YouTube.
Small Ball on YouTube.
You
It's
saw
great.
it.
I loved it. It was so great. It was so
Thank you.
fucking funny. I think about a lot of the jokes in it. It's so funny.
Well, please spread the word. What? There's flies down here. I never had one fly
It's
down
what
here.
you farted. It's a fucking flies game. You look like you need US aid right now with your
I gotta
flies.
shit my pants.
But yeah, check it out. It's so great. It's so funny.
Thank you.
And check out my podcast. I mean, this is not usually we focus on one movie, but my podcast is great. And if people come up to me after shows, when are you going to do Joe and Raanan? I'm like, enough with Joe and Raanan. I got another podcast. It's great. I had Soder on, Sam Morrill on. You were on an episode that kind of fucked up, but it was the sound. Jamila Jamil,
Who's that?
Indian lady from the Good Place.
Oh, I don't think I know her.
She's great. And so check it out. It's on my YouTube channel. So check out Your Favorite Movie Sucks on YouTube or on Apple, wherever you stream podcasts. I rewatch a friend's favorite movie, and I tell them why it sucks or why it's great.
Nice.
I know we didn't do any of that this time.
Oh, we talked movies.
We talk movies.
We got in deep. We figured out life.
We figured out life. We figured out, we got in deep.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Thank you.
go watch a special. God.
Raanan is fat and he's a Jew. He'll tell you something that you already knew. Your favorite movie sucks. Your favorite movie sucks. American Beauty or Forrest Gump. Your favorite movie sucks.